Good day, everyone. So, some few days back, I came across a particular tool um, called ActivityInfo, and it's a very interesting tool. And it works like KoboCollect, ODK, as a data collection platform, and pretty interesting. And before um, Thursday, I never heard about it, and so it was during an engagement I had with a particular consultancy I was applying for. I came across the name, so uh, it does work. It does look very similar to ODK, but it's not as flexible, I would say. So there are a lot of restrictions, and it does follow the relational database model. So it's a pretty interesting tool. And I think one of the reasons why I like it is because it does enforce you to think about creating your forms from a back end perspective, from how you do store your forms. And while ODK has been, in fact, it is impressive till tomorrow. I think um, activity info is a tool to actually play with, and so this particular tutorial is meant to um, give my experience of what I've learned in the past 2 days based on what I know, or based on where I'm coming from, which is ODK or Open Data Kit or KoboToolbox. And so for you to follow along, you need to have prior knowledge of how to deploy, use, build forms using XLS forms in sorry, I'm trying to get my thoughts. So you have to have prior knowledge of how to build XLS forms, how to deploy XLS forms on the ODK or KoboToolbox server, which is free, and how to set setting controls. So basically for the SLS forms, you have your survey choices and settings. So your settings is where you set things like version, you set default language, the form title, maybe a form ID, and so on. Your survey is what exactly you display on the form. So the survey has basically three most important headers or titles. So we have the type, which is the data type, the allowable data type that ODK accepts, a name, and this name is more like um, giving giving each line item like a name. I wouldn't say a key, but a name, a unique name that is unique to this particular um, whatever is going to come after it. The next or the last most important header is the label header, and this is what displays on your ODK form. So this basically is what displays here. So I'm going to open um, a particular ODK form, a web version, so that we do have an idea of what it does look like. Um, so I'll try and sign in. Just to give us a context of what ODK looks like, and in comparison to activity info. and why I think it's a very interesting tool. So I have logged on to one of these one of my accounts, my KoboToolbox account, and let me see where I should go. Okay, so I am going to deploy this particular form now, just for the fun of it. I will save it. Go here, go to new. You know what? I think I'll just replace this out of curiosity. I'll just replace this because I'm not using that for anything. Let's see. So I'm just going to paste import the XLS form here, and I'll just deploy it. Hopefully there's no error. Okay, cool. So I would do a preview of it, so we get to see what the form actually looks like. And it's going to take some time to actually display. So this is what it looks like. So you see this SSD introduction to ODK is what is on the setting, the form title. So this is like a form ID, a unique ID to this particular form. So these labels here are what you interact with, your content interface, what you're actually interacting with. I will just put them side by side so you see. So beginning, this is the label beginning, which is here. So the reason why this is beginning, this is the label for this particular data type. So the begin group is basically like a parent to child relationship. So this is enclosing everything, and this is the end. So it's more like an encasement of the whole form. And so I would think that it ends here. This is the end group, and the name of this begin group is beginning. And so you have another, like a subset of the form inside this main encasement, and you have like a begin repeat, end repeat, and this is the rest of the begin group, main beginning, um, and so on. So this beginning is what you are seeing here. If I click on this, it's going to encapsulate everything, and so which is why this begin group is there. And if I just do drop down from here, you will see where you see which number 6, you are going to see another encapsulation there as well. I don't know the English for it. So you see begin. I'll think that, oh, so number 6, where is 6? Oh, so okay, so the reason why I'm not seeing number 6 is because there is a dependency which is relevant. If number 5 is yes, so it's going to show. So if I click on yes, I'm now going to see number 6, and the name of this number 6 to 7 is group. And so if I encapsulate, if I click on this arrow that's looking down, it's going to like fold this particular group for question 6 and 7, and so yeah, and so on and so forth. I don't really know why this image is not showing. I think let me see in the choices. Okay, so I don't know why this image is not showing, but I think there's supposed to be an image there. I never really studied this. I think I was using this for some practice. So, So you think that okay, so anyways, now the problem I kind of have with ODK is, or KoboToolbox, is it's a little bit flexible in terms of design. So you can design, it's very flexible. I would say that um, for those who understand backend, like SQL, you know, if you're actually trying to build your relational database, you have to have like a plan, and you have to do some form of relation. You draw your, what you call the entity relationship diagram, the relationship or relational diagram. I I don't actually memorize these terms, and you have to do like a plan. What relates to what? How then do you plan this? But for the KoboToolbox is actually open. So for somebody who is more interested in the front end, like what the form itself, you are trying to um, build a form that is catchy, right? You don't actually put the repercussion of your catchiness while pulling the data from the back end, and that can cause a problem. I recently, I think, between December 2024 and January 25, came across 900 fields of data, like columns of data, and I was giving the data to consume in Power BI. Now, although the people who built it, who built that particular tool or form, they knew what they were collecting, but I later noticed that a lot of the issues were from how the design of the front end is. Without they are trying to compact a lot of information in one particular place. So I saw a table, a literal table, where you have to fill um, individual stuff. And let me tell you, each of these questions you see here is a column, is a field in your back end or your database, is a field, a literal field, um, or yeah, I'll call it a field, and so it is representing a column that is taking this data. Now, if you start putting something like checkbox multi-selection, you will then have a problem of maybe or okay, having more than one response to a particular, in a particular role, is not, in a particular column of the of or a field, is not that bad. But if I start doing all of this grouping, it's usually a problem, and you then have um, situations where in your database you see group and it will just give you some other thing like that, and so on and so forth. Let me show you what the back end of one of these forms looks like. Let me see. I think this, I don't know if I have any data for this smartphone addiction. It's just going to take some time. Let me see the table and what it looks like. Okay, so I don't really have anything here. Forgetting. Let me, if I have loaded any data here. Oh yeah, I do have a data here. Okay, this looks simple, and I have about, let me see how many fields. These are auto-generated to here, and these are unique IDs, submission time, by who. So this is just taking the user of that particular form, because you do have to log in your username and password. And so, and basically these are just the questions. So I have like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 and 10. I think 10 rows. Let me see if I have, I think I did some that are crazy as well. Let me see how many rows of data this has. Okay, so this person did a lot of grouping, and I think, I don't know. Yeah, so these are groups. All of this you see here are these grouping, and so you have for individual group. I have one group called electric.project, and if I remember the form correctly, I think I did some grouping. I cannot remember, but you can see that I'm having about let's see, if we were to do a count, um, I think about I have at least up to 20 or 30 roles here, and I don't really think it's a good idea to have multiple roles. So in the event some other professional is trying to understand your context, like, it's really difficult. So the database for KoboCollect is fluid in such a way that all of these fields here, or column headers, or columns, or headers, um, you can actually build them just from the form alone. So the form looks like this. Let's do like a preview of what the form is. So the form looks like this, and these are groups because you can close them. These are groups. So each of these group has each of these. So you can see it has some groupings. Yeah, so we have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So these in itself, they constitute um, like fields specifically in the backend, and this one would have a region field, select state. If you do this, select this, and it's a field on its own. You've generated one field, so we have about 1, 2, 3 fields um, in the first group. The second one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 fields. So I think if I enter a date here, it's supposed to show me something. Okay, I'm at 11 days old. So I did this a calculated field, and it's always going to show this calculated field, I think. So we have about 8 plus the first three we have in location information. That's about 11. So we have 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and let's do 17, 18. So all of these are fields, and they can actually get really complicated at times. Like I mentioned, in fact, the one I saw was plenty tables. Like there are tables you can actually fill. I don't think it's really appropriate for me to show that because it's a work. So it's a job I did for someone. I don't think it's appropriate. I would have loved to show you. So you have like a table where you just be clicking check, you be entering information, and each of these fields you are entering in that particular table. So the table has multiple fields you are going to enter, and this table have multiple columns, multiple rows, and multiple columns of different kind of information. So you see that in that particular table you have about maybe up to 16 fields, and that's just one segment of the data you are collecting. So at the end of the day, I saw over 900, close to 1,000 fields of data. And for me, who didn't build that particular form, that is a problem. Again, it's good that you do have like a fluid database, but some people can take it far over the edge. So enough about that. Now coming to activity info. Again, it's a paid service, but they give you like 30 days trial. So I'm in my 22nd. I'm in my 20. I'm my second day, and today is the third. Um, Very nice interface. you pay some money per year, which is quite expensive. But this is for people who are very much, um, interested in M&E, and they want some level of control. And like I said, they usually give you 30 days so you can actually log in. Me, I'm already logged in, so um, I click on login. I think my it's already cached. My token is readily available until, well, I don't know. So um, it works like I said, like a relational database where you have your database. So when you visit this site and you log in, let me go back again. You just click on login. I've already logged in before. You actually, the first thing that meets in, it's your database. Your database basically is where you store your data, and it is then divided into folders. So for instance, I want to create a new database. I would say for this database, maybe I'll name it as something. It's kind of taking time to load, and so I would say, um, let's say activity info, let's say tutorials, right? Basically I would want to choose, these are custom um, templates, but I would want to choose a blank database. And so you can actually create folders inside your database. Each form you create is a table, just like the KoboToolbox, that each form you create is a table. So this form has one table. This particular form, the REA project internship, is a particular table. If you go to this other one, it's another table. Although I don't think it has, it's another table, and so on and so forth. Now the good thing with the good thing with ActivityInfo is that I can relate one form or one table to the other. So like I said, it does relational database management properly. So I can relate um, one form to the other. So if I want to, and I can also create a form within another form. So I can create a form, this form, maybe within, maybe I would create this particular form within this other form. So this support group management system, I'll create it inside the smartphone addiction and achieving your goals form. And so you have like a one to many relationship and a many to one relationship. I can either relate one form to the other. It's called referencing. Or I will create a form inside another form, which is called subforms. And so I think I'll just do like a graphical illustration here. Don't mind, I don't think I like this color, but if you don't mind, please let me see, maybe add some, yeah, let me I think smart shape here. I would add some, you know what, let me just leave it this way. So sorry about this. Let me bring to the front, change the color to something nice, and I am going to do this so that just so we can understand some concepts. And so now this, let's assume this is my main form. I said I can create a form within another form. This is what they call a subform, subforms. I'm going, oh no, I don't intend to save this. I just want to do this for illustration purpose. And this is what they call a reference form. Right, so I can refer to this particular form if I need certain information from this, and I can create a form inside this. Now, what does that mean? If you are coming from a place from KoboToolbox, I will give you well, KoboToolbox doesn't have the subforms. I think what it does have is grouping, but it doesn't have like the subforms. But I think they are a little bit similar. But for the reference form, it's more like when you have a select one, right, or you select multiple, and you refer to your choices where you put those choice there. So like continent, and you have Asia, and yes, no, you have yes, no. So if we go to continent, where is the continent? So select continent. No, let me see. Okay, select one continent. So it's more instead of so for KoboToolbox, you just enter your choices here, but you can do that built in inside your main form, or you can build a reference form that will take these choices. Right, so you can actually build in a reference form that will take these choices. Let me just quickly illustrate what that does. The good thing with this is that I don't have to build it inside a particular form, the SLS form inside one form. I will just build a form separately and refer to it. So let me just quickly go to and start practical. So like I said, you can actually create folders for this. Now what I'm going to do is to create a folder called reference, where I want to put my reference. Let's say I would create another folder where I'm going to put my forms, and let's just say survey forms. Let's say survey. You can actually create you can actually create reports for this, and maybe I'll create a folder called reports. Uh, Pivot table like reports, like how you have in Excel. It has that capability, and I think it also has capabilities that includes maps built in. If you go to reports, I don't know. Okay, I don't have any reports here, so I actually will just, instead of I can actually add a report here, and you have a pivot table. You can add a dashboard. I don't exact. Oh, so this is interesting. I don't think I've you know, I'm going to explore this as well. So, but in this particular case, I am going to I'll just start here for now. So I can create different folders, right? And maybe in my survey folder, I'm going to start adding a form, and it does have the data types, similar data types to that of KoboToolbox. A lot of these are found there, and I for the first time I do like using the UI for development. Oh, and it does accept. The good thing is it also accepts XLS form, so you can actually import this form into this particular form into the ActivityInfo. Although it's a beta version, but I think it works mostly fine. Let me see. So I'll try and come up with something like this. We do have our notes again, text, which is the name, like that, like that. Let me just try and come up with something similar. So what I'm just going to do is to add my form. What should I say? What's the name of this form? I think it's called yeah, introduction to SSD introduction to ADK. So I'll just say SSD introduction to um, SSD introduction to activity info, right? I'll say activity info, and I'm done. Now I'll be asked to add a field. Let's see. So you can see the available field it has. So this is fortnight, this is date, every 2 weeks. This is month. If you choose it, it will just show you month and year, and this is date, it will just show you date. We have single selection, which is the same thing as select one in here. So yeah, the same thing as select one, and they also have select multiple, right? And which is multiple selection. You have your attachment, which you can actually do that here as well. Your geo point, you have barcode, you have calculated field. I think calculated field here is calculation here. So it's the same thing as this, but you can actually create a field, calculation field, that is standalone, which again you can do it here, but is a little bit different. What else? You have your text, you have your weeks. What else? Well, this I think is in B. It's B. I've not used it. B. Oh, and you can also section it. So I would say create a section header called let me say beginning. I've actually not used this before. Indentation one, description. Let me say ODK activity info intro, just for the fun of it. So I have a header, and which is I want to fill it something like this, and I'm going to add another field, a note. I don't exactly know if it does that here, but anyways, I'll move on to the next question, which is a text. So I'll just enter text. What is the name? What is the label? I am just going to copy this. Please enter your name because I'm too lazy. Maybe I'll just put one. So I'll put code say name here. And so this code here is more like this name here. And so it represents it. So what do I want? So they have different settings here. You can make it unique. Usually I think I want to make a name unique. You can enter formulas for it to do something. You can say reviewer only, read only, and you can hide from entry, especially if you are creating a calculated field, you want to hide from entry. And so I think I'm done. I'll just say okay. For date, it will be date field, and it will be please enter a date of birth, and I'll just say DOB as the code. Do I want it to be unique? No, not necessarily. Do I want it to be a key? So I think this is your primary key. No, I don't. Yeah, so I'm done with that. The third is gender, and so gender is select one. Now because I can decide to do a select one here, which is a single selection, and just do gender. Here I can just say this. But if I were going to reuse this gender option, I don't think it will be wise for you to build it here, because I don't want to have to be doing this every time, right? So but I'll just say gender. I will just show you the difference between creating it built in inside one form, or creating it as a reference form and reusing it over and over again. So I am going to set options, so it will be male, add more option, female. Now I'm going to save geo points. I'll just click on add. We have the geo point, geographic point. I'll just say please select this. I'm just going to rename it geo point, which is more or less like this. Or I can say survey GPS so that it looks the same thing. Not like I'm going to use this for anything for now. And we have the select one, minimum accuracy. So you can set your minimum accuracy just like you do here. I think you have accuracy here. Where is it? Oh, there's no accuracy here. Well, I would think that you should. So I think there's a accuracy constraint you can actually set here, and you can set the accuracy of it. So I'll just say maybe no. Sorry about that. I would say 3 meter. Right. And I don't need a default latitude and longitude. Again, you can set it to be required. I'll just click on it, required, so it will do something like this. It will set this particular required. Yes, same thing with this. So it's basically this. So you can make it compulsory and you click on. If you want to re-edit a particular field, all you just need to do is just to click on that particular field, and when you are done, you click on done, you move on. And I think you can also rearrange these fields if you want, but I don't want to do that. What else? If I've traveled abroad, yes, no. And so again, I have how many yes, no? Okay, let me see. Okay, I don't have any yes no here. I don't have multiple yes no, I just have one. So we have travel abroad. I'm just going to copy this guy here, and I would say, so I select single, so select one, I'll give it label, I would say abroad is the code. Maybe I'll put required here, and I would say now I would have to type these options, right? Oh, so this is yes no. I think I've done this, right? Okay, male, female. Oh, I can just say yes no, and yeah, and maybe default I'll say yes. So now that we are done with this, I would then add another field, and I will say section field. I will say maybe previous year or group. Let me just say previous year. Again, you can name it anything you want. Do I need to set any kind of rules? No, not really. I can set a rule that this will be dependent on something I select here. I can say set rules. I would say any, not please enter a name. I would say if ever travel abroad, if it is equal to yes, then show this, otherwise don't show it. So what this can then do is, let me just save it so you can see what it will look like. If I then go to, so I've saved it, it has already created my fields for me, and it looks pretty, I don't know, it looks pretty easy. Now if you notice, I don't have any other thing here. I think these are just the 5 fields I created. So if I say add record, you can then see, but those session headers that I created, I have beginning, right? So the other one is not showing, and that's because I don't think I've added anything to it. That's the next stroke. But let me just go back and say, so if I go back to my records, I can then go back to the database. Activity info is the full name of my folder. My survey form, my form is in my survey folder. I can then click on the form itself, and if I want to do settings, I'll just, if I want to continue editing, I'll just go to form settings and I'll continue. Now I created another section header, but I've not added anything. I would, for this purpose, add something. So I would say select multiple countries. So I'll just say select multiple, and I'll say, again, I'm too lazy, I'm just going to copy this. I'll say countries as the code or country, and I'll start entering these choices, right? And I'll say Asia. I'm too lazy, man. I'll just type this stuff. Don't mind me. I'll paste. I will have Oceania. I don't think it's Oceania showing. I'll just copy the rest. Control X. Go to the next. Control V. Paste. We have Africa, South America, and I'm just gonna delete this. Cut. I'll add and paste. I'll remove this and so on. So I think North America is together with the Caribbean, and I'll add another option, and so I'm done. And now I can actually sort them in alphabetical order. So I'll just click sort alphabetical to do that for me. I don't necessarily need to, and I'm done. Now I'll just save it, go back to my form, add records, and you can then see my form. Now, you can see my previous year here, right? And but I was thinking this will not show. Oh, because the default is yes, right? When I click on no, I'm not gonna see it. I actually set the default to be yes. Maybe I'll go back to my form, and yeah, I don't want to save anything. I'll just edit this. Have you traveled default? I'll just remove the default. Yeah, it's supposed to be clear, not delete. I don't want to delete it. Actually, just oh, clear defaults. Oh, many apologies. I didn't see that. So I'll say yes. Also, so clear default, so I can do that. And I'm supposed to click on yes before no. I don't know if you can. I can drag that. Let me see. I can't drag it. So it's showing error in ruling. It's fine. So not formula is true if this is yes. And yeah, I'm done. I'm gonna save it and so you guys can see. So this is more let me go to add records, and so now it's not showing me the next session head, and that's because I've not choose yes here. And if I choose yes, I'm going to see it. If I choose no, it's going to disappear. So the same thing with this. Where is the form? What's really happening. Let me refresh and see. Go to preview, so I'll just see what it looks like. So I'm going to do a depend. Oh, so the same thing with, have you ever traveled abroad here before? I think this thing is meant to, oh, this is, oh yeah, so same thing here. If I click yes, it's going to show me the next group, 6, 7, and so on. Have I ever visited this country? I don't know why all of this is showing. I don't think it is supposed to show. I should think that let me see. did they add any other so these are just the oh I didn't know that this was here. I was wondering what the issue. Okay, so these are countries and these are continents, right? So I think I was supposed to enter this, not. Oh God, but that is interesting. That's more work for me. Uh, okay. So this is the media, and it's the reason why this is showing this weird stuff because there's not actually a picture there. Okay, so anyways, it's fine. Fine, it's fine. So yeah. So if I click on yes, I'm going to see previous year. So I'm supposed to say country instead of continent. I really don't know why I didn't see that. Again, I'm just going to copy the continent, the country. Now, I will do another. So I'm going to show you why the reference form is pretty interesting. Now, I'm going to go back to my activity info tutorials database. I'll go to reference. I'll add a form. I'll just say country is the name of my forms, and I'll add fields. I'll say text, maybe name. I'll name it name, and did I say unique? Yeah, countries should be unique. I'll save it. I'll create another field which is a text, and I'm just gonna call it label, and I'll say label. So I'm basically doing this name and label. That's just what I'm doing. Nothing more. And I'll click okay. I also want it to be unique, right? Yeah, so and I'm gonna save. Now if I want to enter forms here, if I want to enter my record, so I can just start typing or I can actually import. And so what I'm then going to do is just to copy this, Control C, and actually copy this. Select this and copy this. You can actually import tables here. It's a weird stuff, but it is pretty interesting. I'm going to delete this. I don't need this. Yeah, I'm just going to leave this like this, even with the label hyphen English. I'll continue, and so it's having a problem locating where label is. So I'll just click here and just select label, and it has adjusted. And so what I'm then going to do is I want my name to be in capital. So I think I'll just say this is name, and this name I would say it is label. Yeah, so I'll just click. It has added everything, 11 records, no duplicate, done, and it's going to upload for me. And so I have my label, I have my name. I can then go to my survey, my main survey form. I will go to form settings. Now I didn't want to have to type this data. So what I can then do is, instead of saying I would leave this field, and for some reason I'm going to do that, or I don't want to duplicate it. I don't want to duplicate it because I want to use a reference form. Now when I click on my reference, if I click on add this plus button, add a field, I'll just select my reference because I want to make reference to the country form I just created, and I added some information. So I'll click on that. So I have my databases here. Where do I want to go to? I want to go to my reference folder and my country form and click on OK. What does it do? I think, yeah, I'm going to remove this custom look, use custom lookup. I want it to show me my name, and so by default I'm going to see the names here, and I'll just click done. I think so, yeah, I'll click on done. And so actually I'm supposed to give it a name, so I'm just going to say multiple. I'll just copy this I'm supposed to give it a label. Let me click on this. I'll go to country and I'm just going to name, select, then I'll just say country. Okay, so I already have country existing. Let me say country underscore visit. Okay, and I'm done. And you can add your description, select, I don't know, whatever it is here. I don't know if there's any description here. Please select all that apply, so I can do that and paste it here. Oh, so the other thing I want to do is also to make it so I was supposed to make it huh. Okay, so I don't think it will work here because this is a drop down and you're supposed to be able to select uh, you're supposed to be able to select multiple countries, so I don't think it's going to work here. But anyway, it's fun to just show you. So this works as a select one. I'll just click OK, or a single selection. By the time I go to add records, I can then see have you ever visited? No, yes. I'll say yes, and select country. Any of these select if any of these countries you have visited, and I'll have okay. I think I'm supposed to. I didn't put this in ascending order. It's supposed to be in ascending order, anyways. And oh, I can also add more to this particular place. So if I want to say, okay, there's no my country is not here, I can just click on add reference, go to this, I'll say Nigeria, for instance. I would say Nigeria as a label, you know, and it takes me to my form, and then I can then see that I have Nigeria. So I think it's one of the good things about this, but it works as a select one. I don't know if it works as select multiple like this, and so I'm curious anyways. So let me ask ChatGPT a question. So I'm going to see, can I use reference forms in activity info as multiple selection? Let me see. Again, I'm too lazy to go and do so the reference tool can only be used as a one-to-many relationship. Again, so one-to-many, so you can't use it as a multiple. You can't use it for check boxes. I only have to use multiple selection fields, which is pretty cool. But so if you want to do select option, select one option, and you want to be able to add more information to it, you can actually do this using the reference form, or you can do your click on your select single selection and just select. And that's because, let me show you guys something. I can create another form somewhere around. In fact, I think I can create another form in a different database. So I can come to this particular place, create a form. Let's see, select country, or any, give it select country. I give it any name, add a field, and I'm going to add a reference field. And now I'm not, this is in a different database called Pepsan. I want to go to my activity info tutorials, the reference folder and country. I want to use it as my reference point, and I'll just say select country. Again, don't mind my typing. I don't think that is the goal of this particular conversation. So so sorry about that, my video was cut short. So I can then I don't know what rules should I set here. Nothing really. And I usually would remove this use custom lookup, because it just become weird like this. But let me see out of curiosity. Mm, let me just clear record label. Oh, I can do this. Fine. I would save this form. I'll go to add records, and so you can. The problem with that use custom lookup, it's going to give me the unique. So each I forgot to say this, right? Let me go to this. Now each of these tables that you see here. Let me go to insert. Let me insert tables somewhere around here. Each, of course, like a database, have different tables, right? Each of these column headers are what they each of these and this particular representation, this column, are what they call fields in activity info. These are fields. Everything that you enter here are called records. The entirety of this table is a form, and the form is under a, you can put it under a folder, and the folder under a database, or you can just put it anywhere you want, but that's supposed to be the hierarchy. Now each record you enter in a relational database, even in a NoSQL, is supposed to give you every record you enter, you are supposed to tag it with a unique ID, so that anytime you are doing any query, you can just use this unique ID as a reference point. So it's the same thing with what you are seeing here in activity info. So each of these entries that I did in my reference table has like a unique ID that again is not displaying here. I can then go to my database, go to my FEBSAN database, go to select country, and go to add records, and this is what I'm seeing here. Now for me to fix that, I'll just go to form settings, click on the form here. I'll remove this use custom lookup, and so what do I want to select? I want to select the name here, not the label, because the label is carrying small letter, and I want like a proper so this is the label, right? So I'm just going to remove the label. What I want to see is just the name here. I'll click on OK, click on save, and then if I go to add records, I can then see this, and I can still, maybe if I want to add more countries to the pre-existing country in my reference form, I can just go to add, and I'll say let's see, I don't think United, let me see, I don't know, let me just say United States. I'll just say label USA, and I'll just save, and then I then have, oh, I said United States. Okay, I need to correct this, right? I'll just go out of my database, go to my activity info, go to reference folder, go to country, and where do I enter? United States, which is here. I'll just come to where I highlight it on by the right hand side. I can see some things I can do. I can either delete or edit records. So I'm just going to edit and say United States of America, right? And I'll just click on save. Go back to database, go back to FEBSAN, go back to select country, go to add records, and voila, I do have the United States of America here. And so you can actually this does have its perks, it is interesting. It does have its perks, and so you can share your reference forms with a lot of people, especially when you give them certain access, because if you give them access, people can actually access some of your database and some of the forms inside this database. If I don't want anybody to have access to this, I am going to if I don't want them to be able to add records, I can actually make sure that they don't do that. That one is in the permissions. Let's see. Let me go here. So I think it's in this particular permission. I'll go to my reference, and I'll add some form of permissions here. I think rules, and I can actually give. Anyways, this is for another time when we're actually doing deployment, hopefully. So back to the conversation at hand. Let me go back to my forms. So I am here. I don't think I need this country for anything, and the what's it called, the continent for anything. I'm not sure, but let's continue. So again, I think I'll just correct number 6 by selecting countries. I'm going to enter these whole countries here, and that's because that is what is required of me. I'm going to do that here. Again, too lazy. I'm just going to copy, paste, copy, correct this, paste. It is a lot of work to do, but a very oh, like I said, you can actually import the XLS forms as well, but I kind of enjoy using the interface to develop the form. It is interesting to actually do. I think it's one of the interfaces I like, and I've not actually built anything using any UI interface before. Kind of like it. It is interesting. So please, if you do have any questions under the comment section, do ask. I would respond to you guys in time. And if you do like the video, do subscribe to my channel. Let me see. And add, I think. So what I'm going to do is, let's see. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to add. I want my none of the above to be last. So this is what I'm going to do. I'll say sort by alphabetical order, then I'll just add the last option, none of the above. I just want it to be last. So I'll click on done, and so I then have this. Let me see, what else am I looking at? So I have, I think I'll just copy it from here. So this should be how many trips. This is number, right? So I am going to enter, let's see what fields it's there, the trips. So this is integer. So I am just going to go to, I'm going to add quantity, paste this. I'll just say trips as the code, and what I can say if answer is none, enter 0. And actually I can put a default value. Units, yeah, I can put a default value. I can just say or what I can do is to add a formula. I'll just say if I think I'll go to the formula and I'll say if I have to, oh, this is interesting. Going back, go to formula again. Okay, so what should I do? Let me save and see. from value, I think I can put 0 here and click on OK. So in case the person enters, doesn't, if it is none, so the default will be 0. I'll just click on save. I'll go to add record and go and see what is there. So the default is already 0. Yeah, so that's the way to take care of that. Go back to my form settings, check what is there again. And so this is also again, I'm going to skip this. So this is a new section, begin, and so I'm just going to go back to this and add a section header called begin. I'm curious, and so I think I should indent this to, yeah, no, yeah, I should indent this to 2. I should also indent this guy to 2, and I think I can add more. I don't know if I can. Let's click on done. So everything here will be here, every of the form will be there, like that. And so it just shows that this guy is a parent of the begin is a parent of, and yeah, I don't know if I should indent this too. And let me, oh, I can only put this one. Yeah, true. Yeah, yeah. So this is a picture, right? But let me see types of holidays. I'll go to back to my, so um again, I'm skipping this. I'll just go here. Let's see. What's the question? Okay, so this is like a calculation. I don't know what it does. Select one continent. Let me see. What does it do? Curious now. I'll select this. I think it's supposed to show me which of these. This is question 10. Okay. Question 9 is not showing. I wonder why. Okay. So what is this dependent on? This is planned holidays. Oh, so if I enter a value, yeah. So it's gonna show me this. If I enter this, so I can do the same thing here. That is interesting to actually do. I think this time around I'm going to put question 8, and I would say, well, this is interesting to implement, and I will just add. I think it's a select one. Oh no, so it's just quantity. So I'll just say this. No, control V. No, control V. This is bookmark. I'll just say intent here, and so I'm just going to put so maybe should I enter a default value? Not really. Let me enter a default value 0. Now the next field will be this, right? And so I am going to create um um I'm also going to create, I don't know if I should just type this. I'll create a select single here, or I can actually create it as a reference table, but I think I've done that for country. So I should do that. I should just, I've done that for country. Again, I will just manually do it here. I would say continent. Continent as code. You don't have to put this code, but so I would add Europe. I would say, what's the next? Again, I'm too lazy, so I'm just going to go to choices here and just copy. So I've done Europe, there's Asia, Africa, and so on. Oceania are all of these I think, is it Polynesian? Not sure. Oh, Oceania are Australia, and I think, yeah, if I remember correctly. It's because I'm lazy. One of the reasons why I like data analytics, I was telling somebody today, is because I'm lazy, and it helps me, does, it takes care of a lot of my lazy, I'm very lazy, my lazy side. So I'm just going to sort by, then I'm going to say, now I'm going to make this dependent on this, so I'll just say I'll add I think relevance, yeah, and I'll say if this is greater than 0, I'll just put here. So now let me show you what it does. I'll click on save, I'll go to add form. Now if I click now you see number 8, if I put 1, it's then going to show me number 9 where I can see it. So same thing as this, if I make it 0, it's going to disappear. The same thing with this, if I make it 0, you can see as upon deleting it, it disappears. So if I delete it, it's going to disappear. So I think the same thing applies to this. If I put 1 and tab, it's going to appear. If I put nothing or 0, it's going to disappear. So something like that. And you can make this a required field by coming back to the form. I don't want to enter anything. I'll just go to form settings, make it required by just clicking on this now. Okay, so what other calculations do we have here? I don't know what these are. I don't exactly know what this is. So I think they are pictures, and I don't know what is here, and that's because so this is supposed to be a picture that is existing somewhere, but I don't know if I when I downloaded this, I really don't know what I did with it. So again, this is select one, I think. Yeah, so these are select one, which I think we can actually do now. So we can do calculation, right? And so I think one of the reasons why I love the activity info is let me say I enter my date of birth and I want to know the number of years, so I'll add a field after this. I'll just say field calculated, and I'll just say my age, something like that. Now I'll just, again, this is not really necessary, right? So I'll enter this formula. I'll say if so I now have access to my fields here, and specifically is my date of birth. So I'll say if date of birth, I'll say if, and I think it's a capital if. I'll now open bracket. If date of birth, or no, did I say if date of birth? No, I think what I'm just going to do is to say year, and I'll say DOB, which is my date of birth, and I'm going to use the code for my date of my enter date of birth here, and these are the code. These codes I was typing in, these are it's here. So if I even click on year, I want to get the year out of my date of birth, for instance, I'll just click on this and I'm done. Now what I want to do is I want to subtract the current year from the year of my date of birth. So I would say year, sorry, I've never tried this before, I think. So I'll say year minus, so I'll be now, right? I'll enter. This is supposed to work, but so year, and is it now or today? I think it's today. I'll say today. Yeah, it does work. Cool. Again, I've never tried it before, so it does have a lot of formulas you can functions you can actually use here. Um, um, yeah, it is a very interesting tool. So a lot of these tools, a lot of these functions are something you'll see in Google Sheet, Microsoft Excel, LibreOffice for Linux. I'll click on OK. Now, I do not want an entry. I just want the calculated field. So I'll just say hide from entry. But let me not do that. I'll click on done. I'll click on OK. I'll go back to my form and I'll enter age. So you can see it's showing. Okay, so I think I'm supposed to set the reason why it is showing me 2005, 2025 because it's assuming that year is 0. Now let me enter a date of birth, and I can do an if statement to take care of that. So again, let me just enter one date, and you can see 2 years. I'll just enter 2000. I would say again, since it's dealing with the year, it doesn't really matter what month and day you enter. So you can see 25 years now. But I also want to take care of this guy, you know, this. I want to take care of this. So I'm going to cancel. I don't want it to be anything if I've not entered anything on date of birth. So I'll go back to my form settings. Yeah. Now, oh, here. So I'll enter a clause here. I'll say if date of birth is empty, right, is equal to, okay, I'll say is not equal to empty. Yeah, is equal to empty, then don't do this, just show 0. Else then I'm going to complete the, again, this is normal Excel, Microsoft Excel function where you write your logical operator, your if statement, your logical operator, then um to result if true, result if false, and I'll just click on OK, and I'll click on done. I'll click on save. I'll go to add record. Okay, this is supposed to work. I don't like that. What did I say? If it's equal to 0, if it's not equal to, oh, maybe I should put 0, right, instead of empty. Yeah, I think I should put 0 instead of empty. Yeah, why is it saying that there's an error? Yeah, date of birth can be equal to 0, right? So it's saying mm, yeah, so I think maybe I should say date. If I would say date, and I'll say 000, right? Yeah, so I think I should do this. I don't know if it's going to work because the date thing, I'll click on this. Oh, it's still showing me. Well, okay, how do I address this issue? I don't want it to show me anything. So today's date is today's year is 2025. Let me see. I think I will just say what formula do I use? I want to uh oh, so I'm not supposed to say if date of birth is equal to this. I'm supposed to say okay. What do I do? I thought about something now. So I've forgotten. I just thought about something now. What do I do? Yeah, it's supposed to be 0, right? It's supposed to be 0 or empty. Oh, let me see. Oh, I think maybe I'll use is blank. Yeah, is blank. I'll say is blank, and I'll say DOB. Yep, and let's see what's going to happen. I'm trying to use some knowledge of Excel. Aha, so it's blank. If this is blank, it's 0. Yeah, so if it is not, then let me see. If I put anything here, it's going to be 0 because this is 2025. So if I put 1977, I'm going to get, so yeah, it's interesting. Better still, now that I've known, I will just make it more interesting by putting blank there. And so I'll just say put blank, don't put anything. And yeah, this is interesting. So it won't put anything. So when I start entering, so the how the date format for activity info works is the year, the month, date. So I'll just put 1972. I would say dash 01 dash, I'll say 05 dash 31, and so it's 3 years. And interesting. Never tried this before on it. So what else? Again, you can add a lot of calculated stuff if you want. Okay, so say for instance, I want to enter my name here, and I want to let me see. So I'm going to do something. I think something. So let's say I say this enter full name, right? Or enter name. So I can say please enter your name, or I'll say enter. Okay, let me just copy this. I'll say enter your first name, and what I meant is enter your name, right? And I'll say done. I'll come here. Oh, actually, I want to duplicate this. I'll say uh, enter your last name, and what that means is enter your surname. Okay, so enter your surname. It is surname, and I'm done. So what I want to do then is to create what is it? Okay, no, it can be it can be unique, but I can say last. The code here that will represent this field will be that. So I can create a calculated field. I can then do a concatenate for first name and last name. I'll just say full name. I'll just say full name here. Again, I would say yeah, so the formula would be concat. So this is just concat, right? I would say first name, last name. I'll just say name as the code. I'll say comma. I just want space, and I'll just say last. Yeah, and I'm done. And I would save it. Done, save, and yeah, save. That's it, saving. So when I come to add, I'll just say, let's say what name okay, I'll say Williams. So you can see it's showing me Williams, and I can use I can use an if statement to take care of that as well. So I'll say Adams, and I then get, pretty interesting, and it's in real time. Very interesting stuff. Again, you can also make, okay, so the thing with this is yeah, I think I wanted to mention something. Let me go back. Sorry, just trying to get my thoughts around this calculated field. I can actually make it hide from entry, right? So you don't have to see it. You don't necessarily have to see it. I can hide it from entry, and you don't see it. It's just going to um, run in the background, right? So I can actually do that. But if I go back to my fields, and I can then see the full name is there. I don't necessarily have to, once you enter your date, your age, it automatically creates your date of birth. It automatically creates there's the field for the age column. You don't necessarily have to see it. So I can also do that for this calculated field age. I'll just hide entry, and I'll just click on save. If I go to add record, I'm neither going to see the age nor the um the full name, right? So what else? What is interesting about this thing again? A lot of interesting stuff. Um I think I'm just going to stop here for now. It's a very interesting tool. There also analytics tool you can actually use. You can do some analysis, add dashboard and stuff. So let me go to where I think there's data. Go to this database. I think I was trying to do something here in this light. Let me see. Health facilities. Okay, I have some data here. I was just testing something somewhere. Oh, I don't have a lot of data here, so let me just go to reading program. Oh, so okay, so this is like so this what you see here is this sub forms, and so if I click on it, I have some data here. What was I even tracking? I'm forgetting what I was tracking here. So but I can actually create pivot tables, and it will help me do some stuff here. I think if I am let me come to forms. I think there's a reference. There's a subform here. I go to subform. Okay. Oh, I made this hidden for a reason. I've forgotten what I was trying to do. But I have some records here. So if I click, yeah, I'm gonna see a lot of records here. And so what I can then do, right, is to create like a pivot table to show me those that are the status are completed or drop out. So so I can actually do a count, like I can do an aggregate function, either sum, count, average, and so on and so forth. And so this is a count of complete. Anytime this status is complete, give me count one, otherwise zero, right? So what I can then do is to go back to my reading, my reading counts form. I can go to analyze, go to pivot table, and I do have some calculated columns. So let's just go to completed, right? So I did a count for completed. I will just drop it here. So this will just show me students that are completed. And again, what I can then do is let me see. Um, let's see. What can I do? I can do yeah. So I can also create a, let me go out of this. I can create for my record, right? I can actually create a count um of dropouts. So I would say I think I'll do a calculated field, right? And I can then say dropouts. The dropouts drop. Let me just say dropout count, and I'll just say drop. I can then say formula if I can then say status dot I think it's drop out, drop. Let me see. Let's go here. Status dot not complete. Status dot dropout. Yeah, so it is status dot dropout. The reason why it is giving so the reason why it is dropout with a square bracket is because there's a space between the drop and the out. So I'll say if this is equal, if status dot this, then 1 else 0, and I think I'm done. If status dot dropout, you think that this should work. Oh, if status, what's the formula again? Sorry, let me go back and see. Yeah, that's the formula, right? Let me just do this. I'll just click on, okay, so I'll say if, and again I'll enter the status dot dropout. Oh, I don't know. Control Z. If status dot dropout, then 1 else 0. So why was it showing me error before? That's weird. And I'll click on this, and I'll click on save. Now if I go back to my dropout, okay, it has saved, but let me try and edit and just, okay, so it's already doing a count for me, and I'm just going to save. So I just wanted that to be out there. So now what I can then do is to go to my reading counts. I will do some analyze, go to pivot table. I will do my status for, I can do count the whole of status is 51, those that have dropped out and those that are complete, that completed their dropout count. So this plus this, it gives you this, and I think you can also do a visualization as well. Let me see, more a bar chart. Yeah, so you can actually do that, and I think this is one of the reasons why I like ActivityInfo. You can also, I think if I don't know what this convert to notebook is. You can do reports and just keep them down for people to actually see. You can share this report with your partners or your colleagues. Maybe you are doing a collaboration with them. You can actually share this report with them, only this report, and they are going to see it. Let me see, convert to notebook. I think this is R. I really don't know. Oh, so this is what this means. That's interesting. You can name your report, say status. I'm not really good with names, so I just say status update, status of student. How many are dropout or something as students, I think, and I can actually save the report. What component can I add? I can add, oh, I can add a map. That's interesting. I didn't know. Okay, so again, I didn't know. Let me just go back to the title report. Okay, so no. Okay, so I wasn't supposed to go there. Let me go to the reading. Yeah, so go to analyze. Oh, I didn't know I can. Oh yeah, I think I can add the map. I think. Oh, dashboard. That's interesting. Let me enter ahead. I don't know what this is. Oh, so you can do. Oh, that's good. So I'll say um I'll say student status, or so status. I think I can actually, oh, I didn't know you can drag. Okay, so I'll say updated report. Again, I'm just adding stuff. Report. I want to imagine, oh yeah, so you can actually resize and move. So I think I'll just copy this and say move. or is it moving? It's not. I don't know. Oh, so you can move. What are you? What are we resizing here? Let me if you can resize. I've never tried this before, but it's pretty cute too. I think. Yeah. What component? Pivot table. I will add a pivot table of. Let me see. To status, I'll add this. Oh, why is it not adding? Oh, yeah. So I'll also add this. I'll click on done. I then have it here. I'll also have, again, I can name my, I can also have a pivot table bar chart. Again, I'll do status, I'll do complete. I was supposed to do this some other time. I think I would redo this some other time. I would also have visualization of a bar chart. Yep, I'll click on done. I can then, and I think you can click and resize, right? Oh, so that's what this is. Oh, interesting. Okay, so I was wondering why I couldn't do that. Let me resize again. Oh, so my move, I can move. Oh, I didn't know what this is. Oh, that was interesting. So I think I'll just resize to here and move to this place here. This, and I'm going to resize this. Oh, this is interesting. And you can actually rename them. And again, let me put my pivot table. I'll just say status. Oh, start. I'll just say status table. Then this one is numbers. Again, status chart. Yeah. Or you can add multiple pages. You can edit. Oh, apparently you can edit the name of the. Oh, okay. I'll just say calm status or anything. Again, I really don't. Not very good with nomenclature. So calm status. I can save this report. I'm going to save it in this. Yeah, I don't have a report folder, right? I'll just save it here. I have to give it a name. I'll just say dashboard. And so it's saved, sharing and publishing. Oh, so I can actually publish. Well, I'll just say publish now. I don't know what it does. Sharing. Okay, I have to grant access. So I'm going to publish. I can copy the URL. Oh, I'll paste the URL here. And so you can actually share this with. Oh, so I don't have to necessarily log in to be able to. Oh, that's interesting. Never knew. Very interesting stuff. So for sharing, I can share this report with somebody by going to I'll go to the database itself, which is this. I go to settings. I'll go to what do I want to share? I will go to, oh, I've already shared this with I added my my account. I would go to row. I'll add a new row. I'll just say sharing. And what I want to just do is to share. I just want you to. This is what I'm sharing. The resources I'm sharing is reading camp, not subform. Not that I want. I think I also want to share. Yeah. So what I just want to do is just for you to. Yeah, I'll just do this, right? Yeah, I'll just click on save. I'm not going to deal with parameter now. I'll go to user management. I can delete my, and I can add a user by email, and you can also add them by organization and so on, but by email. Then this is my name. what I want is this sharing. I want to give this person the sharing permission. I'll just click on send invite, and I think I am going to get the invite, but for this purpose I've already been invited. I will just go to yeah, so I'm going to go to database, reading. I can see reading. Oh, I cannot see reports. That's interesting. Why can't I see reports? No, I'm supposed to be able to see the reports. Where did I keep export the reports to? Yeah, so I'm supposed to be able to see it, but why didn't I? Let me go to database and oh, so oh, I can add a user to this. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, so I can add this user. I'll just want this person to view. Let me see. Just view these records. I can add it. What else can I do? Oh, I will just select the user. Yeah, I'll click on done. Now I'm going to go back to this. I will refresh. I think I refresh. Views. No, I think I am. Maybe I'll log out and log in back and see if I'll be able to see. Oh, that is weird. I'm supposed to be able to see the let me see. Okay, now I don't know why. So excuse me. um or if I say display list, I'm still trying to play with this stuff. I'm not, yeah. Okay, so I would say, oh, so just for forms and subforms and automation. Oh, so on record added. Oh, so I will do certain things. Don't worry. Um, I can log this. Oh, that's interesting. Anyways, let me come back to this dashboard. I don't exactly know why. So user management. So I have sharing reports. I also have dashboards, and what I can do for dashboard. Yeah, so let's say publish and view. I really don't know. What should I do? Because this person is supposed to see this. I'll click on save. Let me go back to this user. So I think I should log out and log in again. Oh. So I can then see the dashboard. Interesting. So I actually create a copy. If I want, you can share this with collaborate. You can collaborate with maybe if you are doing like a joint program or somebody a donor is sponsoring your program, or so you can just give this person this and make them see. And this is real-time update, right? Anything you do, let's say let me go back here and say I'm just going to add a new record again. I would say Northwest. Let me enter some date, day, add student record. I would say William Adams. Again, I don't have to spell it well. I would say completed. Now remember that completed. Oh, I think I'll say dropout. Dropout is 8, and it has done a count for me, right? And I'll do save, and we have a new record for East. Now when I go to what the ones I shared, I think if I refresh, I'm going to see that the dropout is now 9. So it's more like sharing like in real time. I'm very sure one of these days these guys are going to build a complete dashboard, interactive dashboard tool like Tableau and Power BI. I think they would. Anyways, I think I'm just going to stop here for now. I would continue maybe tomorrow if I have the time, or on Monday. I would come and talk about user management a lot, and it's a very, like I said, it's an extremely interesting tool to use. Okay, I've not given, so this is the another user that I gave access to this form, and apparently I've not done a lot of things. I have not given this particular user a lot of permissions. So I think we'll talk about user management and roles, audit logs. You can see a lot of things I did here, and I can export this. I think I can export this. Okay. So you can do a lot of audit logs in terms of records, forms, folders, user permissions, those that I've given. And I thought you can actually. Oh, I didn't know. I've not done any automation yet. I've created a lot of data. Oh, no, not automation and database. Oh, I've not done anything on database. What a folder. Oh, okay. I've created reports. I've created. Oh, so these are things I've done, and so I think for permissions, I've given my other account permissions. I've deleted giving. So I think we might come and talk about that. But in the event you have any questions you want to ask, or you can also add different languages. They are built-in languages from almost all over the world. It's okay. Oh, these are major languages. Um, I thought it's from. I thought. Oh, anyways, I thought wrong. But I think they are going to update this with time. So let's say I click on Espanol and I click on done. It's going to. Oh, have I added? So I can do translate now, and it's going to convert my whole. Also, yeah, it should convert my whole. I want to go back, but let me go back and see. Let me see translations. Oh, if I remove, change the original language to, oh yeah, Espanol. Yeah, it is supposed to mess up with my whole stuff, right? I think. Oh, sorry. I think I know the reason why. Let me see. Okay, so let me go to my forms, right? What? Let me see. Let me add English. Click on. Okay, so I would say I'm gonna delete, change the original language to English. I will do add language, and I think I'll add Spanish. And I'm going to say translate now. Database has been translated as it. Enter translation mode. Oh yeah. Yeah, and I really don't want to do this. No. I'm going to go back. So I can add a different language, Arabic, translate, it does that, into translation mode. Yeah, so I don't want to do that. And if I want to, if I click on save, I don't know if I'll be able to navigate back. Oh, okay, I can actually save exit translation mode, and so it just shows you okay, reading program, it has done translation for me. I'll click on save. I'll go to, also I can actually see some of the transitions that's done for me, students. So then exit, I'll go to this, I'll go to reading tabs, go to add, and yeah, let's see. Sorry, translate will be automatically. Yeah, we, um, you can so this translation I think helps you build um, helps you build forms in different languages. Yeah. Um, yeah, it does help you build forms depending on who you're actually going to give this particular form to do survey on. Anyways, I think I'll do some more tutorials on some of the um, some of the uh, okay, so this is the Arabic side, and you can do a lot of things on the Arabic side as well. So what? And these are all other languages you can actually do a lot of things on, and do a lot of translation. It will help you translate. It's a very interesting tool, really interesting tool. I want to do. I think this is Thailand or one of these countries. Okay, so what is it doing with my stuff? Oh, interesting. English. Yeah, I think this way I wanted to go to before. Okay, it's fine. Anyways, I would do more tutorials on. Oh, so I'll go to English, and I think I should click on. Let me go to database, right? Yeah. So I will do more. I'll try and do some other advanced form building, and I most likely would link it up with. I'm curious to. It does have API capabilities, right? So let me go back to here. Is this mine? Okay, no. So you can actually export this form, and you can export it as a query, and I can export the entire form, and it is so. Let me open it in a new tab. If I get like a JSON format of this, right? I can actually copy it. I can then go to so this is a JSON format. I can go to I think Power BI. Do I need any? I can actually go to Power BI. I can go to um, uh, let me see, entire form. Yeah, I think yeah. So I can consume it in Power BI. I think I can also consume it in Anaconda. That's a Python, right? Um, so let me see. Get source from data. So I'm Jupyter Lab. Jupyter Lab, yeah. So Jupyter Lab is coming up. So I'm trying to. I think is it JSON. So import document. No, I don't want to import documents. I want to import a URL. I'm gonna do from web, right? And it's not supposed to show me. Actually, let me copy this and paste it somewhere else. Maybe because it is. Yeah, I'm going to paste it somewhere here and see if I'm going to have access to. Oh yeah, I do have access to it. Interesting. Okay, so I would I can also click on the print here and it just shows me more. Let me go here, paste URL, click on OK, and most likely um oh so its API capabilities are quite interesting to use. I think I was supposed to do something else. Okay. Also the Power Query is up. So we can actually play this stuff, and so these are accounts. I think I think I should go back. Um, this is supposed to show me inclusive of these records. I think I'm not sure. Export to JSON entire form. Let me open a new tab and see. Oh, so I have a lot of records here, and the parent ID. Oh yeah, so I can actually. Oh, cool. I'm gonna copy this as well. Go to Power Query, Power Queries Power BI. I will go to add a new source. Okay. New source, and I'm just going to add web. Type in web. Enter URL, paste. Click on OK. So this ID is going to match with that, so there will be like a relationship thing. And so I would rename this to be students. I think I would name this to be camp. Again, I copied the data from somewhere. I really don't know what it does. So this ID should match this ID here. Okay, no, the parent ID here. Yeah. So let me do close and apply so we can see if Power BI would get a relationship for me. Otherwise, we create one ourselves and see if there's a relationship. And so you can see that I'm actually querying from online, and yeah, I tried this yesterday, so it wasn't working. Okay, so I'm going to go to the model view. The model view, oh, it has created that relationship for me. Thank God. And so you, no, location to parent location. That is not what I want for my. I think it's parents to ID. Yeah, so I will do. Let me see. No, this is not it. That is not what I want to create a relationship for. What I want to create a relationship for is let me go back to the table. This is my table for camp. Why is it not showing? So this is my table. So it's creating this, and that's not what I want. No. So I want this parent to this ID. So I'll go back to my model because it doesn't really make sense, right? So it will be, yeah, I'm going to break it, and it will be this. So it is this to this, I think. So yeah, so it is a relationship. It's a one-to-many relationship. I want to make it a yeah cross directional, right? And so I can then do this. So if I say yeah, pretty interesting stuff. So I can then go to my again for the parent here. I'm just going to hide this. I've already done the relationship, and I can then say for location for the camp, then I will just create I don't know why I entered XX here really. So I'll just create I can do number of students. Yeah, I'll just put student name and oh, so actually I want number. Summarize it for me. Count. I didn't ask for this. It's intuitive. I just asked for this, and yeah, so you can do that. Now I want to just adjust this XX. I really don't know why I entered it like that. So I'm just going to say edit. I'll say what name did I use? Let me go back to students, right? I'll go back to VD XX. Why did I even do that? Oh, testing stuff. I'm going to edit and I'll say north. Don't know. I'll just enter north, saying that okay, key already exists. Okay, so I made this. I think I made this unique. Yeah, I don't want to make it unique. Not that I remember. I don't want to make it a key. Should I? Nah, I'll just say yeah. I'll save it, and here I'll make it yeah. So it will be not again. I'll just say not. Save, and let me see for the records. I don't know. I just entered some name. I would say I don't know why I like this Williams James. I'll do okay. Okay, so I'll just leave the dropout now. Now, so I have done some adjustments to this, and if I now go and do count, so I think for not it will now be 14. But how do I do that? I think I am going to do refresh, and let's see if this is going to disappear. Oh, yeah. So it's actually querying directly from. So the API works. Interesting stuff. Oh, this is interesting. So not now 14 as I said earlier. Even though I have different entry, I think different dates, right? So it's cool. I can adjust this to maybe south or maybe east. Go here and say east, and it is going to when I go back to my Power BI, and so this northwest is going to disappear if I refresh. And so I do like it is quite fast. Wonder what they built it in. So if I add a new record, it's going to definitely, let me see, I'll say south. Actually, I'm supposed to set a default date here to maybe today's date. Uh, I yeah. So I'm going to again. I will just go to form for the date. I'll add a formula and say today as default value. Yeah, and click on save. In case I am too lazy to, so it has already shown me that. So I'll just say east. I'll add then records. The dropout. Okay, hi, how are you? Or hi, how? I'll add. I can still add another one again. I'll say fine, thank you. Again, I really don't know what to. I'll enter status of complete and click on save, and yeah. So this is my new record, right? I have complete status complete 1 1 and stuff. So fine. Then I can then go to my um, Power BI, refresh, and this will change to 54, right? Because I've done some new entries. So you know, it is interesting the API integration, and so I can decide to push this to actually the flow I wanted to use is using Microsoft Fabric, data flow gen 2 as well as data pipeline. um, to do this stuff. Yeah, I think that will be all for now. Have a wonderful day. If you have any questions, I would continue to do. I don't see a lot of these. So if I go to YouTube, for instance, I do not see a lot of tutorials. The lot of tutorials I saw there are very old, very old. Um, Pretty old tutorials, like pretty old on ActivityInfo, and those that are, are available are not. I think they are proprietary. Maybe they didn't start from scratch. But although they have their, if you go to the documentation, they have, you can check out the. Let me see. I think I should click on this documentation here. It's gonna open this. There are a lot of tutorials you can actually get. So they have webinars, um, trainings that you can watch. Some of the trainings they've done, very interesting stuff. Although I've not watched any of these, I actually read the documentation and I just started implementing. So I am going to say activity info, training, or I could just say activity info, and let's see what we have on YouTube. And so you do have some, yeah. And the funny thing is that I saw a tutorial of 9 years ago. Yeah, this very interesting stuff. This is interesting.
Okay.
So, anyways,
Any video?
look at how
Any?
old the software is. I didn't know it was this old, man. I but I think maybe because it's not so popular. But they have a lot of they don't have a lot of tutorials online. Funny enough, I couldn't find. Oh, yeah, you have some other stuff. These are noise. These are okay. I don't know if this is interesting, but um, let me see. This is from 4 years ago. So I think only very few people use this, but although I think it is what it's paid, so I can understand that it's a paid service, so I can understand that. But I would think that this should be, you know, very popular because of some of its capabilities, and as I've shown you guys here, yeah. Anyways, I would continue maybe tomorrow or next. Have a wonderful day. If you have any questions, if you want me to do um, any tutorials on this, I will do that. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and share with other people. Have a wonderful day.